Welcome to NHL Fans 365, a hockey podcast where we talk about many different topics from around the league. And here's your host, Boomstick.
What's going on, guys? It's your host, Boomstick of NHL Fans 365, and this is episode number 13 of our live broadcast. And we're going to have 5 of us tonight on board. Well, right now it's 4, but it's going to be 5 in a couple minutes. So, we're going to start off the podcast by introducing ourselves as your host, Boomstick, the head admin of the Buffalo Sabres. And we're going to introduce our newest admin, who is new to the whole thing today, and maybe just started our page maybe an hour ago. And he's making his debut on the page today, and it is hashtag MadManonMadison, who is the head admin of the Chicago Blackhawks. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Good to be here.
Very good. And then in my middle, we have our Pittsburgh Penguins admin, a.k.a. TheMessnger, also known as the douchebag of the club. How are you doing tonight? And then on my left, we have our Montreal Canadiens admin, hashtag InPriceWeTrust. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You're fine? Are you sure?
Yeah. Although Messenger is the head of the douchebags.
Ooh, shots fired.
But I'm not I'm only joking.
I would hope so. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about, but we have a certain amount of topics. We're going to get into 4 of them tonight. So tonight we're going to talk about the controversial Pat Foley comments about the timing and scheduling around the NHL. We're going to get to that in a bit. We're going to talk about the new Calgary Flames new stadium. We're going to talk about the 2018 Olympics, about, the NHL players' rules and whatnot. And then we're going to talk about no throwing shit on the ice. We kind of talked about it in our last podcast, but I figure we get into it directly, throw our opinions out onto whatever. So, we're going to start with the Pat Foley comments. And I don't know if any of you heard about what he said over the week. Did anybody hear about that?
I was watching
No.
it.
You watched it.
Yeah, it was, I couldn't agree with him more. Being in the Central Time Zone, it's those late games, man. That's killer.
I mean, I understand though, but it's just part of the central timing and whatever. So you might as well just get it done whatsoever. So it's only a matter of time, before somebody snaps. So for those of you who don't know, Pat Foley is a commentator for the Chicago Blackhawks, and for those of you who have not watched it, I know I had my TV on mute because I didn't think they were going to rant about whatever. So I'm just going to briefly read what he said on Thursday night. He says to Eddie Olczyk, it was Pat Foley and Eddie Olczyk, and this was coming from Sportscast Chicago, or NBC, whatever it is. He says, Eddie, we've had a tremendous series between 2 great teams, that's the Blackhawks and Blues, and it has been compelling theater. Then the 2 teams that have been tied or won goal games in 96% of the series so far, but this is the 3rd time in 5 games that a start time of 8:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, local was mandated, and I can say with certainty, players cannot stand these late starts. Coaches cannot stand them. And most importantly, the fans cannot stand them. So we approach at midnight again on a work night, on a school night. A simple question, an 8:42 puck drop. And then, of course, probably the most douchebag thing to do was NBC actually cut him off and went directly to commercial. And then, I just wanted to get into that, and I'm going to read what Mike Milbury said and what Gary Bettman said next. So let's hear your opinion about this stuff. And here's our 4th admin, guys. It's Blades of Buffalo, the 2nd admin of the Buffalo Sabres. How you doing over there?
Hi.
You doing over there? Good. Have a seat. Yeah, so where have you been coming from? Florida? China? Japan? Work? Yep, sounds like...
move over?
Yeah. Alright, so...
More?
Bobby was extra douchey tonight.
Why? What'd he do?
Oh, just decided, hey, I'm gonna, turn it up a notch, be super douche. You know how it gets. Super
You being mean.
No. That was it. Lex, we can't hear you, Matt. Can you bitch up your mic a little bit? Because your mic is like a little...
Bobby's a douche.
Yes, better.
Yes.
Okay, so
What are we talking about?
we just jumped right into the Pat Foley comments, and he was commenting about late night starts for Central Division time games and whatever. So I'll repeat this to you in a bit. So for everybody who just read that, I'm gonna reread this to Brittany because she's been late for like the last 10 minutes. So anyway, there was a comment between Eddie Olczyk and Pat Foley. Pat Foley mainly, and they're Blackhawks admins for the broadcasters for the Blackhawks on Comcast Sports or whatever in Chicago. And he says this: Eddie, we've had a tremendous series between two great teams here, and it has been compelling theater. The two teams have been tied or won or goal or games in 96% of the time so far. But this is the third time in 5 games that a start time of 8:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time locally was mandated, and I can say with certainty, players cannot stand it. These late starts, coaches cannot stand them. Most importantly, the fans cannot stand them. So as we approach at midnight again on a work night, a school night, a simple question, an 8:42 puck drop, and then NBC cuts off his rant by going into commercial break.
So he basically wants to start earlier.
Yeah.
This is a
And
thing.
I just heard about this.
This is the first time you're hearing about this?
No, like this is the first time that I heard a rant from him.
I mean, it's probably a good reason why he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, because he speaks his mind for a lot of things. But this is probably by far the most controversial thing he's done so far. But I have to ask, what does anybody think about their opinion about this?
Well, what is the early time for puck drop?
Like 7?
So why can't they all just start at 7?
Because it's different
I
times.
don't want ratings. You don't want that many teams playing at once because then fans will choose, oh, I'm only going to watch this one game. Like, we kind of get screwed here in the Central because we got 2 Eastern teams that are playing, or 2 Eastern games that are going on at the same time. So they'll get the 7, and because we're in the West, technically, you know, we get stuck with the West Coast time of 8:30, and it's.
I mean,
I can understand why they do it, you know, because, you know, they want their ratings, but it's just terrible for us. Like, I got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work, and, you know, I'm not going to not watch a Hawks game.
it's a Hawks game. It's a playoff game. So I don't see why anybody would not want to go to sleep to watch a playoff game, especially if it goes to overtime. But here's the thing. I can understand what they're saying in terms of the West Coast teams. Like, if you were to watch a playoff overtime game, let's say between the Kings and the Sharks just recently, those games start at like 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Like, over there, it'd be like 7:30. And it's almost for anybody impossible in the East Coast to watch those games so late. So some people...
DVR.
Yeah, DVR, whatever. You know, I mean, if you don't have DVR, you're screwed. I mean, I know I don't, but...
What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
No. YouTube.
They're not gonna have the game on YouTube
Why?
because they don't.
They don't have a YouTube channel for like playoff games.
Yeah, for highlights, yeah, but they don't show the actual games. You have to like live stream it or whatever.
Yeah, why can't you live stream it?
I don't.
You will have to surf the internet for a free link.
Yeah, search the internet. There's links. I watched quite a few Hawks games.
You're gonna have to look for less than legal means to watch these live streams.
And we would never do that.
I can't hear Lex. He has to turn up his mic.
Because
You have to look for less than legal means to stream the games.
because you can get into a lot of trouble if you're not watching the game legally. Because there's a
We would
copy.
never do that.
Because every professional sports league, you know, whether it's PGA, the NHL, the NFL, they all have these all rights reserved thing or copyright problems. I mean, so technically, why do you yawn so
I'm
fucking
sorry.
loud? You yawn so fucking
I
loud.
can't help it.
Thank God. We always have that problem. But anyway, so with that said, you know, I could see why some of these Western Coast teams are harder to watch because of the time. But if they were more towards like 9:30, most people would catch them. But here's the thing. Not everybody has the same schedule. And I think for Pat Foley to make the claim that there should be all in one place, I think that's kind of crazy. I mean,
But why do they all have to start at night? Why can't they do it in the day?
because nobody's going to watch them. It's not baseball.
Yeah. People work. They wouldn't get ticket sales.
So why don't they start, like, this might sound really stupid, but if they start, like, say, why'd you make that noise? When I said I'm going to so stupid. Or they should start, like, 7 Eastern, you know, and then that is, like, what, 4 California-ish time? So, right?
Well, right now it's 10:30 over here.
Yeah, they're 3 hours behind. So what if they start early here and then just pick it up at, like, whatever time over
They
there?
want ratings.
No, but, like, I don't know. I had a thought, but now it
doesn't
sounds
work
stupid.
like that, Brittany.
What?
It doesn't work like I had to stay up for the entire Habs game whenever the Canadians are out west.
Oh, no, like, why can't they start,
And I
like,
have school the following day.
everything's...
I don't have school anymore. I get to watch all the late games if I wish.
Like, start 7 here, and then when it hits 7 there, it starts, you know? Like, so it just, like, at 7. Not, like, 7 and then, like, 4 there. Like, 7 and 7. I don't know. It sounds stupid when I say it.
Time zones don't work like that.
It's the time zone.
No, I understand time zone. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Nobody's getting me.
Because you're saying that you want everybody.
No, I'm just making a suggestion. Like, start at 7 here so the Eastern people can get done and go to sleep. And then start at 7 so the Western people can get done and go to sleep. You know, like, it's the same game. Just start, like, 7.
Yeah, but if this.
Problem is they don't want to, like, if it's okay if they start at 7 on the East Coast, it'll be 4 on the West Coast, and so you don't have people done with work. You don't have kids home from school.
No,
They want
no.
ratings. That's where they get a lot of their money from. Is
No, not like start 7 here and then, like, it's gonna start at 4 there. It's gonna start at 7 there also. So everybody's done with everything, and then it just, I don't know, it just picks up.
they gotta play their games at 7 too.
Well, then they should start later. I don't know. I had a thought. It doesn't sound good when I say it out loud. I'm just gonna keep it in my head. It sounds better in there.
Yeah, so following the Pat Foley comment that he made about his epic rant, of course, everybody's favorite fucker on NBCSN, Mike Milbury, had to open his big mouth and make a comment about Pat Foley. And this is, has anybody heard what Mike Milbury said about Pat Foley?
That is way off the
No.
mark.
So nobody heard what he said.
I did.
You did.
I didn't.
You did. Lex, what about you? Okay. You shut the fuck up! Oh my God.
Can't help it.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Fuck.
All I know, Mike Milbury is a fucking moron.
Yeah. So this is what he says. He says, replying to his comments, he says, you know what? If that's too late for certain announcers, I think they should just let someone else call the game and stay home and get a good night's rest. Because 8 o'clock it is. We do that so we can get everybody involved and all the games are on. Lots of games that we do and a good job showing them. And then the question comes up is, what kind of alternative universe did we stage her into where the Western Conference guy is complaining that the game are too late and the Boston guy, Jack Edwards, is saying, suck it up and brew some coffee. And so, that's that.
That was dumb because it's not for Pat Foley. Pat Foley, he's got to be at the United Center the next day sometime. Probably doesn't really have an early start time. He was talking about for people like me that got to work in the morning, kids that want to watch the game, and that they can't. It's a game going to midnight in the Central. Imagine that for East Coast people that want to watch the game. So Milbury's he's a moron. That was a dumb comment from him.
Yeah,
I'm sure Pat Foley could care less when the game's going to start.
I don't think he cares, but I think he's pretty pleased about the weekend game. I mean, 8 o'clock, which is started over here. I mean, I don't know what time it is in Central Division.
Oh, I know. Why can't they just do all the games on the weekend?
Because it's too far spread out, I guess.
Then playoffs will be longer than expected.
So you want the...
Oh, the Stanley Cup would be in August.
I mean,
Right, we would have the fucking playoffs in September.
This
So?
ain't football. This is hockey.
Exactly. Thank God.
the playoffs would be, so spreaded that, we would have a winner already, and then be like, oh yeah, next week, start of the regular season.
Well, I feel like hockey didn't ever have an off season as it is, so
Well, they get 3 months apart.
yeah, that's 3 months. Like normal sports have like, it's 5.
Baseball has 5.
Exactly. Football has like 7.
And I revert to this is
back
hockey.
up. Normal sports?
Yeah.
Normal.
I think she meant lesser sports.
No, I'm sorry. My first love is baseball, guys. I'm gonna admit that. Hockey's my third love.
Oh. How disappointing.
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
Maybe.
He's gonna make like a smart ass comment.
I'm always a smartass.
No, not you. Well, you are a smart ass too.
Yeah, so, anyway. Yeah, right? Anyway, so replying to not only Milbury... My God. Anyway, not only is Milbury's comments open to the public, that was fucking weird.
Yo, can I just get my food in the car?
Huh?
I wrote my food in the car.
Phone in the car?
Food.
Food? Fine, go get it.
It's my onion crispers.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah.
You didn't get that before?
No, it's open in the car.
So go get it.
Can I eat it?
Yeah, go eat it. Yes, food.
I gotta go get food. I'll be right back.
Anyway.
Priorities.
Anyway, so applying to Milbury's comments, Gary Bettman steps in. Did anybody hear what he said?
Yeah.
Who said yeah?
Nate.
Nate the Great. What about you, Lex? Did you hear? Pretty Lex.
Lex.
I said no.
No. What about you, Steph?
I heard all this though because
No,
my team.
Because I don't listen to Gary Bettman's bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to mock his voice in this comment. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do that because that makes me really, really annoying. Where is it?
Not annoying already?
You're already annoying, so. Okay, so Bettman, according to the Chicago Tribune, he said that the starting times need to be staggered and to accommodate a national television audience during the playoffs. He noted that it wasn't so long ago that many playoff games were not broadcasted nationally. And he says, we do it, set starting times, in a collaboration with the clubs. It says the NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly. The clubs buy into overall goals. They knew it's not ideal. And the answer is pretty simple. Although it serves people who want to catch the relevant parts of several games each night. Risking overtime and a post-midnight Eastern Standard Time finish isn't any dumber than increasing the odds that multiple games end at the same time. People should have the option, once one game is finished, to flip to the conclusion of another, which I actually like. And on the East Coast, Chicago, St. Louis had a 9:30 broadcast because of Anaheim and Nashville start at 8 p.m. That is good. That, during the first round of the playoffs, is how it should have always worked. So, Pat Foley, shut the fuck up. If you don't like your job, then I suggest you quit. Now that we have all that implied, and now that we have Brittany's eating crunching in the background,
It's real good.
what the fuck you eating?
Onion crispers.
Jesus. It smells like onions.
Onion crispers. What do you think they smell like?
Cheddar. Anyway, what are your thoughts and opinions about the whole situation, guys? Let's start with Nate.
I agree with Pat. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. I understand where the NHL is coming from, where they want their ratings, they want people to watch more than their team's game. But that late start time, it's just ridiculous. And then Milbury's moron, Bettman, that's kind of his, I lead the NHL. This is what I gotta say type stuff. But I don't know. I agree with Pat Foley. Milbury's an idiot. Bettman's an idiot.
They're both idiots. I mean, Foley, the thing is, Foley works for a Western Central Division team. So why should he be concerned about what's happening in Eastern Standard Time?
I don't think he cares like himself. He's thinking about, the players that are, they've got to be at morning skate. He's thinking about, the fans that want to go to the game, and they don't get to leave, the United Center till 12:30, in the morning, or later if it goes longer. And I think he's thinking about us, not so much, I don't want to be here this late.
I mean, this is a pretty good standard. What about you, Lex? And try to put up your mic a bit, because you're lacking a little bit in terms of your mic.
Can you hear me fine now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. First thing I want to get into though is, I bet you Red Wings and Blue Jackets fans, they are probably really happy that their teams moved over to the East. For earlier, start times for games.
Oh, goal! Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got the Hawks game behind me.
Oh no, the Blues are losing.
3 more minutes, baby. Up 2 goals.
No, I have the Blues going. What's their thing? What's their thing in the series?
3-all.
No, it's 3-0.
In 3 minutes.
3-3.
They're tied. This is game 7.
Game 6. Next one is game 7.
So no, as of right now, not this game. What is it?
This is game 6.
What is it? 3-2?
It's 3-2 St. Louis and Chicago evened it.
Oh no, but they can come back. Look, there's 3 minutes.
That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I have the. Wait, is it true the Rangers got knocked out?
Rangers are out.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going for another one.
Okay.
I have them going.
Brittany,
Ah.
you're all right. You're okay, but please let me talk.
All right, Lex.
They are happy that they're in the Eastern Conference and not the West anymore. I get what both sides of the argument, Pat Foley, he's looking out for the Hawks fans. That they're in the Western Conference and that they gotta start their games a little later, even though they are more. But at the same time, it's like we can't have all these games on at the same time because the TV ratings, and that would pull away from whatever game. I don't know if it could be pulling away from the Hawks or the Predators, whoever. You can't have them on, at the same time.
That's true. And I remember going a couple years back. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. And correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the Predators tried to get their timeline changed because they felt they were more in the East than they were in the West. And I know, of course,
Yeah, sorry, my computer is being fucking stupid again.
hopefully it doesn't drop this coal because I'm going to be pissed if it does. Yeah, so, Steph, why don't you give us your opinion about the whole situation with Pat Foley?
Pat Foley, I think he has a point. But as for Milbury and Bettman, they're idiots.
I think so too, but you know what? We can all agree that, Pat Foley does have a point for a lot of his comments saying that they should all be playing earlier times. But you know what? We have no control of that. The league makes the times. The league makes the games. They make the arrangements, and that's that. You know, I'm not standing by Gary Bettman. I'm not standing by Mike Milbury. But if Mike Milbury really has the balls to say, if you don't like what we're doing, then I suggest don't go to work. That's like telling me, bitch, I can't go to work tomorrow. If I don't like my job, I would just love to leave my job. That's what I would love to do. Like, you can't do that. I mean, time frame, that shouldn't be a concern because Chicago is in Chicago in the middle central area. We're in the Eastern Standard Time, and there are some parts that are out west in Pacific Time. We have no control of that. I mean, that's just a general bottom line statement. And meanwhile, what were you gonna say, Steph?
So I think Pat Foley should not be concerned about the Eastern Standard Time. He should be concerned about his time zone. And Foley could shut the fuck up.
I believe so. What about you, Brett?
What did I say before?
You said something about putting them all once or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't work.
It's networking.
What?
It's networking.
What do you mean networking? The shows?
Yeah, for the games.
Yeah.
Like one game starts at 8, one game starts at 9:30, the other game starts at 10:30, and some games start at 7.
Yeah.
But you're saying that they should be all played at once.
No. Well, I mean, like, the same time. Like, not, like 7 across the board. Or, like, 6 across the board.
Huh.
Not 7 here, whatever time there. Like, all across the board.
That's true.
So what you're saying is, you know, I'm just gonna use some of these teams as examples. You're saying the Penguins game should be on at 6, and then, I don't know, Blackhawks game is on at 6 their time, 7 hours.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No. I mean that when one game starts, like, Eastern 6, it should start Western 6. You know what I mean?
So, Brittany, what you're saying, it should West Pacific 6 p.m. is 9 p.m. over here.
Yes. So instead of starting here at 9 and it's 6 there, it should start 6 here and 6 there. You know what I mean? But the only thing I see wrong with that is, say, if it starts 6 here, and then 3 hours later the game could be done here, so we know who wins, and then over there it's just starting. That's the only thing I can see wrong with it, but yeah. I mean...
Boy, oh boy.
Saying that we are not watching the game live, and that it already happened?
No. Like, here... Here, I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's playing here.
You're confusing us big time.
Okay, next topic, I guess.
You just lost your whole argument.
Oh, man, it's over.
Aw.
They won by 3.
No.
Yeah, you can fight with the Blackhawk fan on here.
No, I want the Blues. I have the Blues winning, so they have to win Game 7.
Well, the Hawks already fucked up my bracket. I had them winning at 6.
Yeah, me too.
I have the Blues winning at 7.
Me too.
So yeah, now.
Yeah.
I have the Hawks in 7.
Yep. Before we move on, any last comments?
No.
No?
Did I still confuse everybody? What?
What is this idea that you have? Like, I'm seriously trying to understand.
You want me to explain it again? I could explain it again without getting confused. Like, ready? So.
Yeah, I'm listening.
No, I'm not done with them. Like, it starts Ready? Okay, I'm gonna use this game as an example. Say the Blues-Hawks game starts Eastern time at 6, right? You got that? Okay. And then the game's going. 3 hours later, we're in Pacific time, West. It's 6 o'clock. It just turned 6 o'clock over there. So now the game starts there. Hawks and Blues.
So, okay, so what you're telling me is that out in the Pacific, they are not watching the game live. It already happened.
But it's live to them.
Not live.
But no, you know what? To them it is. You know what I mean? Like the only discrepancy I see with that is that we know what's gonna happen, but they don't. The game just started for them. You know?
There's the internet. I mean, I get updates on scores on my phone. Now they're phone's gonna be going like, oh, Patrick Kane scored like 6,000 goals that game.
Hawks win this, and then the game starts.
Yeah, Hawks win.
Yeah.
And now they already know that the Hawks won. What's the point of watching the game?
I don't know.
You're ahead of the NHL though, because you're at least thinking about how to try to solve the problem. So.
Thank you. I tried. No, I did.
Look.
Why can't they just
I'm not going to be a dick and say your idea is stupid. I mean, I guess any idea is okay.
You would say that though.
But it's not a good idea.
No, because what if they like block ways of having the game? Like what people say, oh, this person just scored. Like, don't do that.
So
we don't live in like China or something where they like block off like certain,
she's basically saying like it's like going to a movie. Like you want them to have the same time frame on the other side of the world.
No,
but
that's
like,
not what I'm saying.
What are you trying to say?
Ready? Sorry, I'm gonna choke.
Yeah, you're eating crypt onions.
Like what he said, when you go to the movies, and you're like, oh, I just saw this movie, you don't tell them how it ends unless you want to be like a jerk. You just say, oh, it was a good game. Leave it at that. Like, you don't tell somebody the end of a movie, like, oh, so-and-so dies, that's how it ends. Like, no, you don't say that. Right? Unless you want to be a jerk. So I'm just saying, like, if a game starts here at a certain time, you're not going to say, oh, this person won the game. Or this team won the game. You don't do that, So if you follow the rules, like when you go to a movies, you just don't say it,
I mean, I didn't watch the Ducks-Preds game today, but I know that the Ducks won 5-2, and it might have been a good game. I don't know. But I don't feel like, I got spoiled by the game, and if someone wants to show me some cool highlights from the game, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, this means absolutely nothing to me because the game has been spoiled.
No, but I'm saying if you really wanted to watch the game, then you don't tell somebody. But if they don't want to watch it, just want to know the score, then you tell them.
Brittany, you're gonna lose your own argument.
No. I have.
I don't think anyone's not worrying about what the score is.
No, I'm just using it as an example.
If I somehow wasn't watching the Pens game, I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't tell me what the score is. I don't want to be spoiled. No, I want to know everything.
All right, then what's the problem?
The problem is, people want to watch these damn games.
Okay, then let them watch the game. If it's not gonna spoil it for you, then let them. Then I don't know how my idea is stupid. I mean, if you really want to see without knowing anything, then just watch it. But if you just care about the score, then I don't know why my idea is stupid. I don't understand. Explain this, why my idea is stupid.
Because
people want to watch live games. I know if I'm.
Well, it's still gonna be live.
I've recorded games before, and then if I find out they lose, I just lose all motivation to want to watch them get
Yeah, but the score is gonna be the same whether you watch it live or afterwards. So what's the difference?
Well, if I miss it, I miss it.
Okay.
I don't really want to watch. unless it was brilliant, I don't really want to watch like the game afterwards.
It's like watching reruns. Nobody wants to watch reruns. They're boring. You know what happens.
But that's like a a TV show.
Yeah, we can also go with my movie example. I don't know. I think my idea it's I'm gonna write a letter to the NHL and explain my idea.
Do it, I dare you.
But I don't think it's stupid. I think it's something that's out there to try and solve this quote unquote problem of timing.
I think more people would try it to go through, avoid having to wait. Like they wouldn't watch the broadcast. They'd do the, I'm going to find a stream. And so the ratings would drop as well.
No, but they wouldn't, see, like, they wouldn't know that it already started here. It's like 6 o'clock. It starts 6 o'clock. They don't say 6 o'clock Eastern. They don't say 6 o'clock. It's just 6 o'clock. So they're thinking, oh, when I get out of work at 5 o'clock, I have an hour to the game. You know what I mean?
Brittany, I doubt that the NHL would take your idea. I would doubt it, and they will not use it.
Well, I'm going to write
Because they would think it will be useless because people rather watch it live.
But it would be live because they wouldn't know that it already ended somewhere else,
They're not going to lie to them and tell them.
Well, I mean, not lying. But you know when like a show starts and they say it's gonna start at 5:30 Eastern and 4:30 Central. You don't say Eastern or Central. You say it's gonna start at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern, and then it's gonna be like 6 o'clock on the Western side. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know that the game is already going on somewhere else. They think at 6 o'clock everybody's been watching the game. You know what I mean? So they're not lying, but they're not saying, oh, it's already started at 6 o'clock Eastern. Which, for them, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's 6 o'clock here, game going. 6 o'clock Central, game going. 6 o'clock Western, it's going.
At least it's not. I'll give you that.
Huh?
It sounds like something that would happen in North Korea or something. They show you something on the
You know what? I'm
like showing, I don't know, like a building on fire or something, and be like, yeah, this is what America looks like.
You know what?
Yeah, all their buildings are on
Glorious
fire.
leader.
I'm
believes that
sticking
the
with
Hawks
my
will be on
You
idea.
don't want to live in the United States. North Korea is the greatest.
They're very happy with it.
I am sticking with my idea. I think it's a very good idea. I'm sticking
an
by
idea.
it. I'm sticking by it. You all can say whatever you want, but I'm sticking with my idea. So, if anybody has anything else to say besides my idea is stupid, go ahead.
We appreciate that you are thinking outside of the box.
I'm thinking outside in like a triangle.
Maybe staying in the box. Maybe staying in the box is all right.
No, I don't like being in the box. You know why? I'm in the triangle. That's how far I am thinking, alright?
They could try to stagger them, maybe. Like, start the time so, like, okay, the Islanders game starts at, 7. And that first period's probably going to go a half hour. So, bam, Hawks game starts right there. And so fans can switch back and forth. They get ratings. They'll never go for it, honestly, but...
Oh, I have another idea. What?
Actually, you know what, Brittany.
No, I have another one.
I think one idea is enough.
No, but I have another one. This one's also good.
Brittany, save your other idea.
No. But I have a good one.
I'm out.
What's his name?
I'm calling it time out.
Nate gave me another idea. Ready? So.
Do I gotta flag your
No. Wait. Just listen to this one. So ready? You know how the period is 20 minutes, right? And then the intermission is 20 minutes. So when the one period ends on one game, you start on the other one. So it's 20 minutes, so nobody's missing anything. So ready? I'm so excited. Wait, listen, ready? The ready? The Islander game. The first period ends, and then you go to the Blues game. That first period, and then that period ends, and then go back to the Islander game. It's the second period.
You should write that one.
No, that's a good one. Stop laughing at me. This is a good one. I'm so excited about this one. And you're not missing anything.
Brittany, stop right there for a second.
Brittany.
I'm so passionate about my idea.
So what you're saying, Brittany? So
Yeah.
what you're saying? Well, the first intermission is for, let's just say, the Islander game to throw it in, and so that the first period would start for the Pacific.
No. Ready?
That you're not making any sense.
No. Listen. So, ready? It's 6 o'clock Eastern time. Ready? And then the Islander game starts at 7 o'clock. Puck drop 7 o'clock. And then you go through the first period, 20 minutes. And then when that first period ends, like the last minute, you have the puck drop of the Blues game. And then 20 minutes first period. And then when that period ends, the Islander game intermission is done. So you go to the second period of the Islander game. Going on 20 minutes. And then when that's done, you go to the second period of the Blues game.
You're not making any sense.
No, yes, this one makes more sense. This one makes more sense than the other one. It makes more sense than the other one.
This is brilliant. Next question.
So you're watching two games at once, but you're not missing anything. You're watching two games, but you're not missing anything. I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy about this idea.
Relax.
I'm so happy about this idea.
Relax. All right.
Don't quit your day job.
No, I want to. No, but this is a good idea. No, really, you guys don't think that's a good idea? Seriously?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a horrible idea.
The first one or the second one? Which one? One or two?
Next topic. All right. Next topic.
Next topic. This went on way longer than the main topic itself.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
I want to go back to you,
Considered the final words of that topic, and it went on longer.
Nate, any last comments?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm ready to move on.
Thanks, you two.
I like my ideas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a letter.
I would love to see you two kill each other later on. Alright, next one. We're going to talk about the new Calgary Flames Stadium that's approximately supposed to be opening next October. And, yep. And according to a report from the city of Calgary, the Flames Calgary Next Arena project will cost at least $1.8 billion. Billion. Which is, that's probably the approximate time where Terry Pagula bought the Bills.
Billion.
Yep, and it's actually doubled than the original estimate number, which is really ridiculous. So, I would love to hear. What do you guys think about the new Calgary?
Let me see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna show this to the viewers, and I have
me?
Okay, relax. I'm gonna show this to the viewers, then I'm gonna show you next.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. This is the new stadium right here, guys. This is Calgary Next Arena. It's pretty nice. It's in the shape of a dome.
Oh.
I guess.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Let me see.
It's a nice little stadium. I know the Edmonton Oilers are getting a new stadium. I know the Detroit Red Wings are getting a new stadium. And, of course, the Calgary Flames are getting a new stadium. I'm just not entirely sure if this is going to work out to the normal, modern, standard arena. You know, give it something to upgrade for. I mean, the new Las Vegas arena is going to be something when it gets done. I mean, there's just a lot of build-up to this arena for the Calgary Flames. And does anybody have any comments regarding the Calgary Flames new arena?
Yeah, the Calgary Flames new arena is going to be next to the stadium where the Calgary Stampeders play. That field.
So it's going to be right near where the Calgary St. Petersburg play.
Yeah.
Nice.
Next door over.
What? Put it in the water.
What water?
Like, you got the Calgary Stampeder Stadium, then you got
Put it
the
in the
Calgary Flames
How cool would that be?
Arena.
I mean, if it could attract fans, I don't see why it would be such a problem, you know. I mean, it's the Calgary Flames. They're a pretty decent team. I mean, going back from last year when they made the playoffs. Might as well.
If Calgary could attract Stampeders fans, they could attract Flames fans to their new arena.
I agree. What about you, Nate?
I feel like it's kind of equivalent to buying, you know, the largest 4K TV you can with the best surround sound, and then playing a VHS tape in it.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? I apologize.
I said I feel like it's like buying the biggest 4K TV you could and the best surround sound system, and then, you know, putting your oldest VHS tape in it. I don't think it's going to help out Calgary at all. It's going to be nice for them, but I don't think that's where they should have wasted their money at.
I mean, the lease for Scotiabank Place is going to be up soon, or the Saddle Dome, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's the lease for it expiring pretty soon. I think next year, actually, it's expiring, but we'll have to see.
You can compare it to the Islanders with the Coliseum going to Brooklyn.
Yeah, but this situation's a little different because they're not going from another part of Calgary.
No, I know, I understand that, but it's different. It's not going to be the same exact stadium. It's different.
Well, yeah.
Different.
Barclays Center too, like. Like
Oh, it's the worst for hockey.
Oh my fucking god! The fucking Barclays Center.
We got into
that shit.
we got into a huge rant. Well, me and
You
Lex.
made a rant about everything.
Yeah, we did, and you missed it. You missed it, brother.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You brother.
Lex and I, a couple of nights ago, made a podcast. I think it was Thursday evening. We made a podcast.
Made a podcast Thursday?
Yes.
We had a podcast Thursday?
Yeah, you couldn't make it, remember?
You weren't involved.
Oh yeah, I was working.
Yeah, where have you been?
Pretty much the summarize this whole rant, especially on my side. I hate the Islanders, but I feel bad.
I mean, I hate the Barclays Center, and that's just.
I have a question.
What?
Do they have old memorabilia from the old, memorabilia from the old stadium and the new one?
Usually.
Like you know how right? I'm gonna use it as an example, which has nothing to do with hockey, but baseball. I'm a Met fan, and when they built Citi Field, they have like the bases, like we're in Chase Stadium, where like first base, second base, and the home, like all that was in the parking lot of Shea Stadium, which I think is a cool idea. So fans who know Shea Stadium, they still have a piece of it. Plus they have stuff inside, obviously. So if they do incorporate the old stadium, it's gonna feel like home. It's gonna be their new home instead of just a new stadium.
They probably have their banners and stuff up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say, because that's what the Islanders did when they were moving out of the Coliseum, was they brought all that stuff with them to Barclays, and they just kind of put it to the side as a side attraction. And I'm sorry, when you put basketball,
and it's filled with stupid Brooklyn net bullshit.
You're right. I mean, I'm no basketball guy, but I'm not saying that basketball should be over hockey or hockey over basketball. But the Nets were there before the Islanders, and that's just to be fair.
Hey, but they didn't ask to move there.
No, but Charles Wong's a cheap bastard, and he could have had Nassau County pay for more extra taxes.
Yeah, but their lease was up anyway.
It doesn't matter.
The Coliseum is run down there. They have to redo it.
They're renovating it anyway.
Exactly, so they can move back there. It's not permanent, for now at least.
Yeah, but the Calgary Flames, they're moving to another part of Calgary. They're getting a brand new stadium with brand new material, a new state-of-the-art stadium. Same with the Oilers, same with the Flames. That's just this year. This is just the new generation of moderation. Like, when you build a stadium like this, you're pretty much guaranteed to attract fans. I mean, I would love to go out west to Calgary for a Flame.
I have an idea for a new stadium. Ready?
God damn it!
No, but this one's really cool. This one's really cool.
God damn it.
So you know, like how some places have like a wide river. If you built the stadium in the river and you have like a little like a path to go in, that's so cool. Like a parking lot, and you walk like a bridge to the stadium. How cool would that be?
Like a waterfall?
No, not a waterfall. Like in the middle of like a river, and then you have like a path, like a parking lot. You park your car and you walk to the stadium. You know, you go over a bridge to the stadium, and it's surrounded by water, except for that one bridge that you cross.
Yeah, but when you go to Buffalo, it's like...
No, I'm not talking about Buffalo. I'm talking about a new idea. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's like it's in the water. Excuse me.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but... Yeah, but, what do you guys think?
I have a good idea, guys.
Yeah, once you get into that idea, it goes to like a 10-minute, 15 war with the other admins.
I wasn't a war. I was just backing up why my idea is not stupid.
God damn it, it was intense.
Hmm?
It was intense, I can tell you that. True. Any last comments before we move on to the next topic, guys?
That was a fast topic.
No.
No?
This thing is open.
Yeah, Nate, what about you, man?
I got nothing.
You good?
Aren't you guys upset that you invited me to the podcast?
Oh, this is fun.
I know Alexa's not happy.
Who said I wasn't happy?
iTunes, I will update you later.
Yep. Anyway, so let me double check my list. 2 more topics to go.
2 more?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, this one is a pretty interesting topic, and I think this is going to lead to another war between Brittany and the rest of the admins, and in my perspective as well. Is, 7 hours... Stop that. Like, 7 hours ago, the double IHF president, Renee Fassel, made a comment today saying that the NHL does not expect NHL participation at the 2018 Pyeongchang Olympics in, I think it was in North Korea or in China somewhere.
2018?
Yes.
Yeah, Stefan knows where I'm going. He made this statement saying, "We had a meeting with the National Hockey League last week, and the prognosis is not really good." Fassel told InsideTheGames.com that our wishes is to have the best players because of the international Olympic community is not covering the cost as they did in the last 5 Olympic Games. That puts us in a difficult financial situation, but we still have challenges, but it is even more difficult than it was before. So technically he's saying that there are going to be no NHL participants, and the financial marketing is going to be tough for them to send them all the way down to China or North Korea, wherever this next Olympics is going to be at in 2018. Apparently. So, I mean, it's a good idea not to put them there, but it just won't be as exciting, because if you remember when 2014's Olympic time frame was in Sochi, that was exciting. You know, you got to sit up, you know, on the chairs, and you get to actually watch the games and watch our, you know, national teams like Canada, the U.S., Germany, Russia, Finland, all those, you know, international teams compete for the gold medal. I mean, that was something special. I mean, but to allow no NHL players on this list is just kind of ridiculous if you ask me. But then again, keep in mind, a lot of those kids are prospects in this upcoming tournament. So I would not be too upset about not having NHL players at the tournament, but I think it would also keep them away from injuries. Because think about it, there have been players, and it happened to John Tavares, although he tore his ACL during the Olympics in 2014, if you remember.
Yes, I remember John Tavares tore his ACL.
Yeah, but I think this guy, you know, with the comment, you know, I think it was pretty smart to say, you know, it's best to not put NHL players there because you don't want to risk injuries. But, you know, I'm not torn apart by it, but it sucks. But you know what? You have to also think about what's best for the game and what's best for the community. So, what about you guys, like Lex or Nate, or like, what do you guys think?
I think you should at least leave it to the players if they want to risk it, because a lot of them take pride in representing your country in the Olympics.
That is true.
So I mean, there's the risk factor if they get hurt, but if they want to risk it, I think they should be allowed to play.
I mean, it all comes down to the players, but then again, you have to think, the NHL may not allow them to play overseas. So, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be too upset, but then again, it's only a matter of time. So, Lex, what about you?
I mean, I would much prefer it if NHL players were allowed, but I mean, I would still watch. I would still watch it even if there weren't any NHL players. I mean, I know risk of injuries and stuff. Agreeing with what Nathan was saying earlier, it is up to the players if they wanna take that risk and represent their country, then go ahead.
I mean, what about you, Brett?
I don't get the point of the Olympics to begin with. I think it's stupid, but that's just me.
So you can care less about the Olympics?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's a fun competition to watch, with teams and athletes from all around the world, representing their countries.
It's kind of the only thing we
best.
do, together.
That's true, but I mean, when it comes to the Olympics, and this is just my personal opinion, when it comes to the Olympics, I usually watch the hockey tournaments because that's really, honestly, the only thing I can really keep an eye out for.
I like the curling.
Oh God, curling.
That's my favorite thing to watch. That's the only thing I'd watch is the curling.
So you wouldn't want?
I know people are more into the summer Olympics, but I think I'm in a minority where I just prefer the Winter Olympics, and all I watch pretty much is hockey, men's hockey.
Or women's. Women's hockey works too.
See, I don't get that. See, sports that are played all the time, I think it's pointless to have in the Olympics.
I mean, you won't see football or
No, but hockey's there. You have swimming and skiing.
Yeah, but you also have the thing. But they also have to be on fitting seasons. Like hockey, obviously, would be in the winter.
Well, I know that. That's why I don't get. I think it's pointless to have the Olympics. What is the point of the Olympics?
To represent your country.
I know, but what's the point?
Represent your country. For example, let's just throw.
But what does it prove? It doesn't prove anything.
Representing Canada, Jonathan Quick representing the U.S., Pika Rinne representing his country.
No, I understand, but what does it prove? It doesn't prove anything.
To wear your country's colors.
National pride.
Yeah, but it's America, USA got gold in swimming. What does that prove? If you have a thing, to show off something that's actually important. But getting a gold medal in hockey or swimming is not important. I think that's so pointless. There's no meaning to it. But if you have, something to do with, military to, show off how,
Winning the gold medal means everything to each and every athlete.
You clearly did not see the movie Miracle.
No, I didn't see the movie Miracle, but
Whoa! What the fuck?
I didn't see the movie Miracle, but I think that something more important, military, should be, a national thing, because that's something that's good to show off.
Do you know how much we spend on our military?
Exactly! And to show that shows power in the country. That shows power in your country. I think how your military is what shows power. How, if you get a gold in hockey or swimming, who cares? Nobody. That does not prove anything to anybody, but you're good at whatever
I
sport you
care.
have a gold
So
medal
that
in.
means your point is pointless.
No.
It's invalid. I care.
Alright, so, because some people care, like, I could care less.
I care.
Congratulations. But I think it doesn't prove anything. That's my point. It doesn't prove anything.
He would be like, you seen
Crosby is in the triple gold club along with other players.
See, like, what is that? Like, that doesn't prove. Like, my point. Like, I keep repeating, it doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything.
So what would you know,
Triple
what
gold
would military?
is Stanley
Because
Cup,
that shows other countries how powerful you are.
Olympic gold.
Bobby, you were totally right though. This was gonna be a topic where Brittany was gonna fight with us.
No, but I don't get the point.
How much
Like,
money
no,
you dump
like
in?
the people who play hockey in whatever sport, they're not in the military. Like, you don't represent your country,
Well, you don't
right?
know that.
When people who are in uniform, as far as military, are people who represent this country. All right, I do not represent this country. None of you represent this country. People who wear military, army, whatever uniform you wear, that you represent your country. If you play a certain sport, you do not represent this country. I'm sorry. I will stick by this. I will not back down.
Brittany,
I speak very highly of people in the military.
Brittany, all
I mean-
sports athletes represent in their country's colors for
I'm not talking about the
I mean,
Olympics.
if
And
we're
to
gonna start throwing
represent
the
their
whole
families
military
back
argument
home.
out there, I mean, Ollie Mata, you know, after whenever the pens are done, you know, he's gonna go serve in the Finnish military.
Thank you.
See, people who are in the military, I speak very highly of them. And like I said, those people represent this country. Alright, if you wear the US flag on your shoulder, you represent my country. People who wear a Buffalo Sabres jersey playing on hockey does not represent my country. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you and I always
And there are
get,
those people who are playing.
yeah, but you and I
the
always get into
Olympics.
arguments with other people that claim that Buffalo's not in New York, so we always have to.
Alright,
fight
well,
them.
people who don't say Buffalo's in New York is stupid. They don't know geography. Besides the point. That's a whole different topic. That's a whole different topic.
Buffalo Sabres. We are talking about the Olympics.
Exactly. But those people.
Team Canada and Team Russia and whoever. Those guys are
Finland,
representing their
Slovak.
country.
I know, but that has nothing to do. That does not represent your country. That has nothing to do with what the country's about.
Patrick Kane is representing America, damn it.
And what? Doing what? Doing what?
Hockey.
Hockey does not represent America. Hockey is played in many different countries. Like I'm gonna keep repeating
myself.
myself.
Is representing a country. I'm saying he's on Team USA.
I don't.
He's representing
I
the
understand.
United
No, I
States.
understand that, but dude, he's playing hockey. You're playing
It's
hockey.
John Tavares is representing Team Canada along with Duncan Keith and Carey Price.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
They
That's
are
not.
wearing the Canadian flag.
But you're saying that it
National pride.
But you're saying it represents your country for national pride, but I feel that playing hockey as USA does not represent my country. That's what I'm saying. Just because you wear a uniform that says USA does not represent me for living in America. I don't believe that's what my country represents. Just because you play hockey and wear USA, congratulations, you don't represent my country.
Wow.
That's a load of bullshit.
Why? Why?
Because he's part of Team
Because
USA.
North American
He's
skaters are
No,
the best
but what I'm
skaters in
saying,
the world.
listen to me. You guys are
In the
going.
Olympics.
You guys are going saying that a sport, like just because, forget about the Olympics, forget about it. All I'm saying is anybody who wears something USA represents your country. That's what you're saying. Whether it's a professional sport, whether it's whatever. I feel that's unimportant. Like that does not represent my country, USA. People who wear a uniform that actually do things to protect the country represent my country. People who play a sport for the Olympics wearing USA does not protect me. Men and women in the armed forces protect me. That's what I'm saying.
Represent as well.
They can represent all they want, but that has no meaning to me. There's no meaning to me as a person in
Okay,
this
so
country.
it has no meaning to you. You are one person.
No, I'm saying I don't.
Quite a handful of other people that probably share the same.
Okay, but people who say that it represents their country is stupid because that does not represent the country. Just because you wear something that says USA does not mean you represent USA. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
But you do represent the United States.
Yeah, but not in importance. That's not important.
What she's trying to say is that she believes that playing hockey for your country doesn't do shit for any turnaround.
It has nothing to do with the country.
It's just representing. It's kind of like, how do I say this? It's kind of like wearing a mascot. It's kind of like wearing the uniform for a college mascot. You're representing the college, but you're not representing the country. It's like a whole different format. If you're actually fighting for your country, that's a different story. But if you're representing to show an identity, that's fine too. But what she's trying to say is that she's not a believer in that. So that's just what she strongly believes in.
That's when there's an Olympic commercial on TV right now.
Great. So I believe that got pretty intense quickly. So far, back-to-back wars between the Admins and Brittany. That's fun.
Yeah, pretty much. All three of them against me. And you're just sitting there.
Yeah, because I didn't think you were going to go that far out.
Well, I didn't know these topics.
Well, you can't.
I'm allowed to have an opinion. What?
He's the objective host. He's not allowed to take a side.
Yeah.
He's my boyfriend. He's supposed to take my side.
Any last comments, guys, without killing each other? Any last comments?
No,
Nate?
I do not.
Go Team USA.
USA.
Go
USA.
Team Canada.
Yeah, represent the United States. Also, I may or may not have sent out a hit on Brittany.
What'd you do? Did you say in the group?
No.
Why? What'd you do?
I called a professional hitman.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I got his number on speed dial here.
Congratulations.
All right. Last topic, guys.
We're gonna fight about this one too?
Yes, you are. All right. This one's going to throw her off, and I know it will. We're going to talk about the hypocritical rule of throwing shit on the ice. For example, throwing hats is perfectly normal, but throwing plastic rats onto the ice gets you a big-ass fine.
Double standards.
Double standards?
Yep.
Fuck.
Why? Well, okay, ready? All right. I'll let you guys talk because I usually seem to talk over you guys. So go ahead. I won't say anything till afterwards.
Oh, goody.
All right, ready.
All right. So Gary Bettman the other day came out onto the podium and said that to the Florida Panthers, saying that you're not allowed to throw plastic rats because that's where their tradition comes in, and that's our tradition. I'm sorry. I mean, to decline the rats on the ice thing is ridiculous. I mean, the National Predators, the Detroit Red Wings, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Florida Panthers, all those teams should not be throwing things on the ice. I mean, it doesn't matter what the consequences are.
What?
It's just, only a matter of time before somebody gets in trouble. I mean, I know the Flyers fan base, got in trouble for throwing the Ed Snyder bracelets. The National Predators fans, they sneak catfish into the arena. They throw that. The octopi in Detroit, and then, of course, like I said, the plastic rats. Like,
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention the Toronto Maple Leafs throw jerseys onto the ice.
oh yeah, and the Edmonton Oilers. I forgot about them too.
Hey, that's their tradition. Leave them alone.
I mean,
the Leafs suck anyway.
I know the Hawks were in there before the Stanley Cup runs.
Yeah.
Can't ooh yourself. That ruins it.
What do you mean? I just oohed it to him.
Can't ooh what after you say something that ruins
Ooh.
it. Ew.
Yeah. Anyway, what are your opinions about this, guys?
I think to teams that throw shit on the ice, they should stop. Sorry if it's your team's tradition, but stop.
Oh, I forgot one. The Ottawa Senators last year throwing hamburgers onto the ice.
Oh yes, I remember that. That's when Hammond was known as the hamburger
Yep,
or
and
whatever they call it.
The Hamburglar. What are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
When'd you get this?
Oh, Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
I think as long as it's not trash.
Oh yeah, that happens. That's actually
You know,
funny.
teams have their traditions, you know, and like as long as it's not during play. Like obviously, if you throw that, you know, the rat or the octopus out, you know, and some guy trips on it, yeah, that's an issue. But you know, like after a goal or something like that, or into the game, you know, that's what they got the shovel chicks for.
Yeah, I mean, hats obviously are traditional because you throw them onto the ice when someone scores 3 goals. That's of course, you know,
Yeah, but
normal.
then you don't get your hat back.
That's the part that because the hats that when you throw a hat onto the ice, it goes to charity. That's what they do with those hats.
Yeah, but then you lose your hat.
Okay. It's a good thing. If you lose your hat, it means you had a great night.
No, I'd be upset if I lost my hat.
You don't have to throw it.
Brittany, the whole point of the traditional hat on the ice is to say congratulations to the
I know,
player
why
who
can't you
got
just
the
say
hat.
congratulations?
How are you supposed to?
And
Congratulations.
all the hats go to charity.
Why can't you just donate your hat? Why you gotta throw it on the ice?
Well, you're.
Well, let's
Argument.
just say
Like that's why they had bin donations at the church.
Yeah, but who's gonna go to church?
Let's to church.
Brittany, let me talk, please.
Yeah.
Talking to Bobby.
Still, let me talk.
I'm listening. I can do 2 things at once.
The whole point of losing your hat at your team's arena is to congratulate the player who got the hat trick.
I know that.
For example, Eichel, let's just say he scores a hat trick against, let's just say the Rangers against Queen Hamrick. That's the whole point. For example, Bobby throws his hat to congratulate him, and it goes to charity.
I
I
would.
understand that.
I don't know.
What?
Well, you're saying don't throw your hats on the ice, but just
No. But I'm saying, what if you just donate it somewhere else?
That's why I have like 5,000 hats in my closet.
I understand. I know that already. I understand everything you just said.
Yeah. But I just think the whole no throwing rats on the ice thing is stupid. It kills a tradition in Florida. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm just
As long
curious.
as it's not destructive towards the game or like the arena or anything like that, like let them have their tradition, you know.
I mean, I think it was right before the playoffs. The Panthers were fined, I think like $5,000 or something like that for the fans throwing rats onto the ice, and it was no, I'm sorry, it was a penalty. It was I forgot what it was for. It was for delay a game, and the fans threw plastic rats on the ice, which has been a tradition for like 25 years. I mean, 20 years. And all of a sudden now it's politically correct, and they're like, stop throwing rats on the ice. It's like, it's not hurting anybody. They're just plastic toys. Like, why do you have to?
If you threw a real rat,
No, but you can't even throw a real rat onto the ice
why?
because you can't bring animals in unless you're blind.
Well, they snuck in the plastic ones. What's the difference?
Because the plastic one.
They snuck in a chicken or something to a game once and threw it on
The plastic ones don't do any harm.
I mean, compared to throwing hamburgers and a catfish and octopi and bracelets and beer bottles. I mean,
You would have an issue with the real rat getting thrown on there.
yeah. Because if I don't know if any of you remember this, but I think it was in like November, PETA actually wrote a letter to the National Predators saying, stop throwing your catfish on the ice. That's animal abuse.
Well, I'm pretty sure the catfish is dead, so if that's what you want to do with your catfish, do what you want with your catfish. I saw something on another hockey page. They actually filmed how they do that, and they like one person will have it like saran wrapped to their back. And they have to sit there the whole game.
That's gotta suck. Especially putting that around your back. Holy crap. It probably would smell like ass if you just were to take it out of the saran wrap and you just throw that shit on the ice. Oh my god, it would stink up the entire arena. Could you just imagine if somebody were to throw more than one catfish?
Oh man.
Oh god.
That shit would smell. Or if I were to take Brittany's dirty socks and wrap them in a ball, it would probably smell really, really bad. And it would probably just stink up the entire city of Buffalo.
Your feet.
I mean, oh god, here we go. Chicken on the ice. Seriously?
I'm going to show you chicken on the ice.
Great. This ought to be great. Oh, shit. There we go. Do you have the video running?
Yeah, I got it running.
Not moving.
Oh man, is it doing that lagging shit again?
There's the chicken.
Yeah.
There's the chicken. God. Freaking chicken, man. Freaking chicken. But the point I'm trying to make is, you just don't throw stuff on the ice. I mean, if there's a horrible call, I mean, actually, one time when I went to a playoff game many years ago, I think it was 2007, in the first round when the Islanders were playing Buffalo in Game 3 and 4, Game 3, there was a horrible call on Mike Sillinger for a hooking penalty, and he didn't, at the time, he didn't make a hook on Maxim Afinogenov, and all the fans at the Coliseum threw, puke and beer bottles and glass and all over the ice, and they were just chanting, asshole, 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 just all over the ice. It was disgusting. I remember that too. And I think it was like number 1 on ESPN on the top 10 list at the time. I'm pretty sure. It was really interesting. Why do you fucking do that? It's so
Why do you make a point every time I yawn?
It's so yawn. It's like,
I can't help how I yawn. Get over it.
oh my god. I lose my thoughts.
Well, it's not my problem. It's not my fault you can't think and
Ooh.
listen at the same time.
Yeah. Anyway, does anybody have any comments before we all go?
I think people should do whatever they want.
So you're saying it's okay to throw plastic beer bottles?
No, I think it's alright if it's to throw, like, rats on the floor.
Not real ones. You out of your mind? You would throw a real rat on the ice?
No, the plastic things.
If they're plastic, fine. They don't do anything. It's a plastic rat. I'd rather just do that than having to just, get chucked in the head with a glass beer bottle. My God.
That's a no-no, but I'm talking about things that, like,
Hamburgers.
plastic hamburgers.
No, real ones.
No, what Ottawa threw was actual hamburgers.
Well, that's a waste. I would just eat them.
And Hammond took a bite out of one of the hamburgers.
That's gross.
That's disgusting.
It really is.
They were McDonald's burgers, too.
This is even more disgusting.
My God. I mean,
Well, if people really don't want it to happen, security should crack down and confiscate plastic rats and hamburgers.
but the problem is the hamburgers were real and the rats were plastic.
Yeah, but still, if they don't want it to happen, they should take it away.
Well, they should just make a policy saying don't throw shit on the ice.
Well, that includes everything.
Yeah, make a policy saying
No,
don't throw shit on the ice.
I spent good money on some overpriced hamburgers at the game, and if I want to eat it, I want to fucking eat it. I don't want security taking away my overpriced burger.
Well, if you buy at the stadium, that's different. Talk about bringing it in. You shouldn't be allowed to bring anything in.
Frown upon all kinds of
So
shit.
it's okay to throw. It's okay to throw a burger in as long as you buy it at the stadium.
No. Why? Well, first of all, why would you throw a burger? Why would you pay for a burger and throw it on the ice? That's stupid, first of all. And second of all, you shouldn't be able to bring anything in like that. And if they're going to make a policy saying you can't throw that on the ice and you can't throw anything on the ice, throw the hats. Or if you want to go, instead of doing double stands, you can't do this, but you can do that. That's stupid. You just stick to all. Don't do anything.
Well, hats are completely different because you're.
Well, you're making a pilot saying you can't throw this on the ice.
Brittany, you're talking about freaking hamburgers and beer bottles and.
No, you're talking about. I'm talking about everything. You're the one who's
Okay, so my final thoughts on this topic is keep tradition. Plastic rats is alright as long as it's not disrupting the game. Throwing an octopus onto the ice, that is okay as long as it's not disrupting the game.
Throwing a cat.
Hats are acceptable. Hat tricks, that's awesome. And also pants. Pants is alright.
What?
Pants trick? You ever heard of the pants trick?
No.
4 goals in a game. It's the pants trick. Throwing your jeans onto the ice after somebody scored 4 goals, that is totally acceptable.
Yeah, we don't need to see. Yeah, we don't need to see other people's willies after they throw their pants onto the ice. Please.
Hey, you could bring a second pair of pants. You could, just bring some
Double
pants.
pants day.
Yep, double standards. So,
have your spare pants on under like.
Hell,
no.
An Islanders fan threw their pants onto the ice last season.
I don't remember that.
Kyle Okposo at a 4-goal game against my Penguins, disappointingly.
Oh yeah, I remember that game, but I don't.
And a fan threw their pants out onto the ice because they know what's up. It was the pants trick.
I wonder what happens if you score 5 goals.
Here in Montreal,
You treat it like the first and second goal.
Here in Montreal.
if Montreal scores 5 goals in a game or more, they're at each casual sports bar. Each customer gets 8 free chicken wings.
But what does that have to do with throwing shit on the ice?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about wing. You're gonna ball.
I'd rather have chicken wings than throw things on the ice.
Yeah, I actually agree with Brittany on this.
Finally!
Did I just make Brittany hungry?
You only get.
No, I had my onion crispers. I'm done. Kind of want ice cream now, but that's alright.
No, you do not need it. Any last comments, guys?
No.
No, I had enough talking.
Yeah, because you went on a rant for like an hour.
It's called defending myself.
4 goals is a pants trick. Throw your pants out on the ice.
Yeah.
I don't
I will
think
never throw my pants out because I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, if somebody scored 4 goals, I'll throw my pants on the floor.
I'll throw my sweatshirt. What about you, Nate?
I don't know. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
This was an interesting
Oh yeah, definitely.
debate
Careful, it's hot.
podcast. I know it's hot. I'm touching it all the time.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do here, guys. You know, there's the 5 of us. I think we had a really good time. It was intense. It was intense, and yeah. So until further, then this is your host Boomstick, and you are what? Where we what? Blades of Buffalo. If in case anybody didn't hear, go man. Yeah, Steph, tell us who you are again.
InPriceWeTrust.
And you are the admin of the Canadians. What about you, Lex?
I am the messenger, and also round 2, bitches.
And Nate, and tell us who you are.
MadManonMadison.
And you are the
Game
admin.
7.
Yep. Good luck in Game 7, my friend. Good luck in Game 7. And this is your host Boomstick, the admin of the Buffalo Sabres, and we are signing out. And have a good night.